JP Morgan goes underweight on Bharti Airtel, cuts target to 710 rupees from 860 rupees on the back of higher than expected capex and lack of monetization of 5G services. Stock lower by about 3%.
Adani Wilmar projects a high single-digit revenue growth in Q3. Food and FMCG volumes grow by 20%. The company also says that it saw broad-based growth in urban as well as rural regions.
A JP Morgan note says more steel price hikes are expected, with demand from China likely to improve after the Lunar New Year. Further adds domestic steel prices can rise up to 3,000 rupees per ton in the next 2 to 3 months.
Uttam Sugar doubles its ethanol production capacity to around 250,000 in the UP plant. The stock is up 4%.
Hello and welcome. You're watching us here on Chartbusters. We opened flat and from there we've seen a big move on the markets. The good part today is that the Nifty bank is leading the charge with a gain of almost 0.6%. And in just the last 15 odd minutes or so, we've seen an upsurge in all the IT stocks as well. I'm Mangla Malu. With me as always, Nigel D'Souza. Nigel, we have Aditya Agarwala with us for a quick technical check. Aditya, it's been a very yo-yo sort of market. One day up, one day down, one day up, one day down. No follow through or for both longs or shorts. But from the place where we are right now, if we sustain above these levels for a little more time, then all the call writers may go to cover their positions. So do you think to that extent it makes sense to take a long trade, or maybe just stay away, or perhaps take a short trade as well?
Hi Mangla, hi Nigel. Good morning everybody and good morning to all the viewers. Oh, absolutely. It's been that kind of a market, especially after the new year, that it's difficult to take a trade, to be honest. On the downside, 17,800 is acting as an immediate support. On the upside, 18,200 is acting as a major hurdle. The moment you feel like markets have broken out and it's headed higher, it makes a U-turn and then reverses. Same happened in today morning. I would avoid trading the index, to be very honest. Unless you are a compulsive index trader, you should avoid getting into the markets at the moment. If somebody has to take a trade, then I would go for a long trade because the internals of the chart suggest that a short covering rally is due in the market. And from yesterday's low, there was a decent pullback that we have seen in the morning. So keeping a stop loss closer to about today's low, which is 17,800 or maybe 850 on the downside, one can expect a short covering rally at least to levels of 18,100 on the upside. So you have a good 100-150 point left on the upside on the Nifty. Same holds true for Bank Nifty as well, Manglam. On the upside, maybe 42,500, 42,600 is something I'm eyeing. On the downside, 42,100 is the immediate support zone. So I believe both Nifty and Bank Nifty have more room on the upside, and a short covering can be coming, at least for the day.
Aditya, that intraday dip that you got at the start of trade was actually a blessing in disguise. Because for the bulls, given that we did see a lot of selling yesterday, and the positioning was net short, well, we have bounced 150 points on the Nifty itself, and you believe that it's good for more. What about individual stocks? What are you tracking?
Absolutely, Nigel. So if we take a look at the sectoral moves, IT is something which is bouncing back, and I believe IT has found its foot and it's inching higher, closer to more upside on left on the upside. So a persistent system is something which is looking attractive at current levels. It has outperformed the entire pack. On the upside, can test levels of 4,200, so a fresh long position can be taken here with a stop loss at 39.40 on the downside. The second stock recommendation is HDFC Life. This entire space has also been buzzing around for quite some time, and yesterday's correction was again a blessing in disguise for traders to look at long position. On the upside, 625 can be a target. Fresh long positions can be taken here with a stop loss at 595 on the downside.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Aditya. Well, let's just focus to our special segment where we get